I stumbled down dark stairwells for what seemed like forever, until suddenly I found myself, wow, in an abandoned London Underground station. This place must have been closed down decades ago. It was a tube tunnel, possibly still in use. The train signal light still worked. A warning sign saying high voltage convinced me to leave the lights alone. It was the tunnel the train had come out of. It was too dangerous to start walking along the tracks. I remembered what always happened to Wile E. Coyote when he did that. It was an old map of the London Underground. It looked just like the modern one. It was a maintenance cupboard. A latch lock stopped me getting into the cupboard. It was the obsidian dagger I'd borrowed from the British Museum. I guess when all this was over, I'd have to return it. The blade of the dagger just fitted between the door and the softwood frame. The door gave slightly and then held firm. There was a narrow gap between the cupboard door and the wooden frame. A small crack had appeared where the dagger had pried the door from its frame. Through the crack, I could just make out the latch which stopped the door from opening. My fingers were too big to reach into the tiny crack. The blade of the dagger was too thick to get into the narrow crack. The hair grip was too thick to fit into the crack. The poster was advertising a play I'd never heard of. The date on the poster was before I was born. The machine wasn't about to weigh me for nothing. LBS. Lubes? What are lubes? It was the stairs leading back up to the museum. There was no point in going back up there. A pile of old railway sleepers was blocking the platform. I'd probably break my neck if I climbed over the sleepers, or worse, the heel. It was an old ticket machine. A sign read, Tickets 3D. The blade was too thick for the narrow slot. I didn't want to get the hair grip jammed in the slot. It was a poster advertising holidays in Scotland. It might have been a nice souvenir if it hadn't been torn and dirty. It was an old chocolate vending machine. The machine needed to be fed a coin before it would operate. It was a cup which caught rejected coins. The cup was empty. 1D only was embossed below the coin slot. Something protruded slightly from the slot. The slot was much too thin for my fingers. I pushed the hair clip into the slot and whatever was stuck there disappeared into the machine. There was a copper coin in the cup. I pulled out an old English penny. It was an old English penny coin. On one side was Britannia, managing to look both virginal and matronly. On the other was the head of King George VI, looking much the same. The penny was too large to fit into the slot. The machine looked like it had sold its last ticket a long time ago. An ancient bar of chocolate dropped into the tray at the bottom of the machine. And as a special bonus, the penny dropped through to the reject bucket. I pulled out an old English penny. A flap covered the tray into which the machine dispensed chocolate bars. I took the ancient bar of chocolate. The tray was empty. The ghost didn't seem threatening in any way. It was a very old bar of chocolate with a row of boys pictured on the wrapper. The ghost obviously didn't want to talk. Perhaps it was shy. I had the feeling something weird awaited me if I went that way. Who the hell are you?
Joey, is that you?
Oh, I remember you now. Hey, listen, don't go near that hole.
Nobody tells Robert Foster what to do, lady.
You don't understand. I've played this game before. There's something horrible in that hole. Some beast with tentacles.
You're nuts.
They don't make animations like that anymore. I put the old penny into the slot, the needle twitched rustily, and the machine spat out a card. The weight was in imperial units. It meant nothing to me. The card also had my fortune on it. A family quarrel will turn out to your advantage. It was the small card on which the weighing machine had written its lies. I remembered my student days when I regularly forgot my house keys. A wiggle with the thick card between the frame and the lock, and the latch lifted. If I closed the cupboard, the ticket might not open it again. There was nothing in the cupboard except for a red button. It was a big, red, ever so tempting button. The train was my ride out of it. I could worry about not having a ticket when I got to the dock.